What's up, YouTube? Today we're reviewing the 2021 Ford F-150 Lariat. Huge thank you to Jesus Yepez over at Koons, Tysons, Chevy, Buick, GMC for allowing me to do this review for you guys today. If you're interested in this particular F-150 or any of the cool used car inventory that they have on their lot, I'll be sure to have his information on screen as well as in the description box down below. But with that said, let's get into the video. First, let's talk about the exterior and performance. And this particular truck is a 2021 Ford F-150 Lariat, like I had mentioned at the beginning of the video, but this particular truck is painted in a Gate black, and I'm not sure if you can see the metallic flake here glistening in the sunlight. It's a really nice black paint, especially when in the sunlight. But moving over to here, you can see your daytime running light, which follows through to the bottom of the fog lamp down here. These are LED fog lamps, and you also have LED headlamps right here as well. Moving over to the grill, you can see you have your two chrome grill bars that go across the front grill, as well as your Ford emblem right here at the center of that. As you can see at the bottom of the bumper right here, it is in chrome, and you also do have your two tow hooks both on the passenger side as well as on the driver's side as well. But the observant viewers may be able to note that this does not have forward-facing sensors or a forward-facing camera. However, you can get forward-facing sensors and a forward-facing camera as an option. And when you get the forward-facing camera, you get a 360-degree view camera on this truck. But moving over to here, you do have 18-inch wheels, which I personally think these are Raptor-esque looking wheels in my personal opinion. Some of you may disagree, but that's just my opinion. And as you can see on the inside of the spokes, they are gray painted, and they have a machined aluminum finish here on the face of the wheel, which I think looks very, very good. And like I said, it reminds me of the Raptor. But the tires that are wrapped around this wheel are a 275/65 Goodyear Wrangler Territory AT tire, and this particular truck has just about 10,000 miles on it, and you can see that they're wearing very, very nicely. My uncle bought a 2016 Ford F-150, and they had the Goodyear Wrangler tires on them as well, and he got about 75,000 miles out of those tires. Yes, they're pretty much bald by that point, but it's pretty impressive considering he probably got about a good 60,000 miles out of those Goodyear Wrangler tires. So just something I thought I would add into the video. And as you can see, you have this little side vent right here that says F-150 Lariat. I'm not sure if that side vent is functional, but however, it does feel kind of warm, so it might be a heat extractor type thing right there. Not 100% sure. If you guys know if that is functional, leave a comment in the comment section down below. But right over here, you have your mirror caps painted in that agate black body color paint. And you can also see you have your integrated turn signal right here. These mirrors are power folding, power adjustable, and they are heated as well. And you can see you have your blind spot monitoring control right there, so that will light up if there's somebody in your blind spot. You can see you have your paint match door handles right here, as well as your chrome running boards at the bottom of the doors on both sides. You also have your keypad right here, so you don't have to have your key to unlock the vehicle. But moving on down, opening up the gas tank right here, you have your capless filler neck right there, so you do not have to unscrew anything. You just put the nozzle right in there and start filling up. But again, you got those Raptor-esque wheels here at the back. These are 18-inch wheels as well. You can see you got your leaf springs down in there, as well as your spring setup right there. And this does not have a fender liner. However, you can get a fender liner as an option. This particular truck is four-wheel drive. And moving to the tail lamps, you can see you have your LED tail lamps right here, and you have your blind spot monitoring system right there in those tail lamps. You also have LED reverse lights as well. But you can see you got your F-150 logo right there embossed into the tailgate, as well as your Ford emblem right here. You also have your backup camera right there, and a nice little LED light that shines down to illuminate what's going on back here at night, just to make it a little bit easier to see what you're messing with here, like I said, at night. But pushing this button right here, and your tailgate is dampened, as you can see. You do have a bed liner on this truck, as well as a outlet right here that is a 400-watt outlet. And you also have your LED box lighting right here by the push of that button as well. As you can see, this does have a Ford tonneau cover. It is a tri-folding tonneau cover, so it'll fold right here, and then it'll fold one more time right here, and then you can connect it so it doesn't unfold while you're driving. So that's really nice if you guys aren't putting too much stuff in your bed. But this tonneau cover is very, very easy to take out. My uncle's got the same exact one, and like I said, it's super, super easy to take off. No bolts or anything. All you got to do is pull on these things and tighten a few things right up there just by like the turn of a little thing, and this thing will come right off, which is really awesome. I definitely am a big fan of that. But if you don't want to open up your tailgate by the push of that button, all you got to do is push this button twice on your key fob and the tailgate will come down. Obviously it does have the tonneau cover on it, so that does kind of slow it down a little bit, but you can see the tailgate is dampened, so that's really awesome. But putting that back up and moving to the rear bumper, you can see your rear bumper is in chrome and you have your backup sensors integrated into it. Moving over to here, your max tow capacity for this particular truck is 11,600 pounds, with your max payload being 2,480 pounds. Moving over here to trailer lighting, you can see you've got that lighting option right there, as well as those lighting options down in there. And to bring down your spare tire, all you got to do is take this key out of your key fob just like this by pushing this button, and then you can pull apart your key fob like that, put that in there, and that unlocks your spare tire. So let's put the key fob back together and let's move into performance. Popping open that hood reveals that 2.7 liter EcoBoost V6 that makes 325 horsepower and 400 pound-feet of torque. That's mated to a 10-speed automatic transmission, which is able to achieve 19 miles per gallon city, 24 miles per gallon highway, and 21 miles per gallon combined. And with those numbers in mind, you're able to achieve a 0 to 60 time of 7.2 seconds. And with all that being said, let's move into the interior. Moving into the interior, all you got to do is have your key fob in your pocket and put your hand behind the door handle just like that, and the vehicle unlocks. However, there are a few different ways that you can open up the F-150 without just putting your hand behind here and the vehicle unlocking like that. You also have this keypad right here, so all you got to do is memorize a key code, and you can lock your keys in the car and type in your password and the vehicle will unlock. Or you could just push the unlock button, obviously, on your key fob right here, and the vehicle will unlock just like that. But a few other things that the key fob can do is that you push this lock button once and push the button right under the lock button twice. All you got to do is do that, just like that, as you can hear it. But let's move into the interior. Like I said, all you got to do is have your key fob in your pocket, put your hand behind the door handle, and the vehicle unlocks just like that. Looking at the door panel right here, you can see you've got your leather armrest right there with the accent colored stitching, and you have a different type of material right here. It's not leather, but it's not plastic. It's actually a really nice looking and feeling material. You also have your wood trim right over here as well. I'm not sure if the camera's going to pick it up too well, but you do have that wood trim right there. You also have 3 memory adjustment seat settings right there for 3 different drivers, and you also have your unlock and lock button right there. Your 2 front windows are automatic up and down. I'll open up the vehicle and turn her on just to show you guys that. Automatic down as well as automatic up, just like that. And your rear windows do not have automatic up or down. So that's just something to keep in mind. You got your door handle right here. To power fold your mirrors, all you got to do is push this button right here. The mirrors will fold in just like that. Push the button again and they fold out. Obviously, this button is to lock your windows, so the people in the rear will not be able to roll their windows down. However, the driver will be able to still roll the windows down with that button engaged. These buttons are to adjust your mirrors, so if you want to adjust them up or down, you just got to click which side of the vehicle you want to adjust the mirrors, and you can see you have the little illuminated light right there, as well as illuminated light right there, letting you know which side you are adjusting. But just like any other F-150, tons and tons of storage space at the bottom of the door panel right here. So tons of storage space, and you also have a little cup holder right there, an area to set your phone down in here, and you got a cup holder here, and just tons and tons of storage space to set really whatever you want. Tape measures, little umbrellas, stuff like that. But you do have a power driver seat as well as a power passenger seat right over there. And you can see these seats are perforated, so you do have heated seats as well as ventilated seats as well, and you have a little bit of brown piping that goes down on the right and left side of your seat. Looks very, very premium. And talking about your power seats, you have up, down, forward, backward, and you also have your lumbar supports right over there. You also have your power adjustable pedals right here. You have your emergency brake that is power right here. All you gotta do is pull like that, and the emergency brake is engaged, and it'll let you know it's engaged right there above your PRNDM things right there to let you know which gear your vehicle is in. These are to turn on your puddle lights. This is to open up your tailgate. This is for your LED cargo box lighting right here, and these are your headlight controls to turn on your fog lights. You push that button right there, and these are for your gauge cluster right here to either make it less bright or to make it brighter right there. You do have a manual adjusting steering wheel that is tilting and telescoping, but stepping into the vehicle, I am using the running board as well as this nifty little handle right here to pull myself in. And as you can see, you have your 12-inch driver information screen right here, which is awesome. I really like the new digital screens, and you can go through that screen and kind of adjust it to make it how you want. You want to see trip information, truck information, towing information, navigation, phone, audio, pretty much whatever you want to put on this screen, you can do that. You got your digital RPM gauge right over here, as well as your digital speedometer right over here, and you have your digital readout right there. When we're on the road, I'll show you guys how it tells you the speed limit, and it kind of does a little line that lets you know what the speed limit is, which is really cool. You got your park information, park, reverse, neutral, drive, manual, right down there. And you have your coolant temperature as well as your oil pressure. You got your fuel gauge, and you also have, I don't know if that's transmission temperature, I'm not quite sure what that gauge is right there. But you got your HVAC vents right here, and just like the top of the door panel right here, the same type material here at the top of the dash. Tons and tons of storage space up here at the top of your center stack. So you can set a tape measure, you want to set your phone up here, you can do so, keys, stuff like that. Just tons and tons of storage space right there. Opening this up, you got a place for your sunglasses. These obviously are your lights, and this switch right here is for your power rear window, just like that. So slide it back, slide it forward, just like that by the push of that button right there. But you also have your 12-inch Sync 4 screen right here with wireless Apple CarPlay as well as wireless Android Auto. You also have a 4G LTE hotspot and a few safety features that I wanted to go over while we're sitting here in the driver's seat. This particular truck does have the lane keep system as well as post-collision braking, pre-collision assist with automatic emergency braking, as well as reverse brake assist, and you also have backup sensors like I pointed out when we were at the rear of the vehicle. I got my heated seats on, and they're definitely heating up my back, but like I said, you also have your ventilated seats, and you have your heated and ventilated seats here for the passenger as well. Climate control settings, you got this beautiful little like aluminum dial right here, which feels very, very premium. You got your fan adjustment settings right here, and you also have your volume adjustments right here, your tuning knob to go back on a song, forward on a song. To adjust your different sound settings, you push this button right here and it brings up your sound settings, as you can see right here. This button right here is to mute the stereo system. You got your automatic stop start right here, you got your camera button right there, you have your hazard button right here, as well as your traction control button right there, auto dimming rear view mirror right here. And coming back over here to your leather wrapped steering wheel, you can see you got your Ford emblem right there, you got your horn right here, and right here you got your different cruise control settings as well as your volume up and down. To speak to the vehicle, you push that button right there. These controls are for your driver information screen right here, so you can see by putting this button I can go through my different settings and different stuff throughout the screen right there. This is my back button, this is my menu button, which brings up that menu right there. And to hang up on a call, that's the button you press. To change your radio station or to go forward or backward on a song, these are the two buttons that you would press. Moving over to here, you got your drive mode selector, so you can go in between your different drive modes. You got your normal, your sport, your slippery, your rain mode, stuff like that. This particular Lariat does have 4-wheel automatic, 4-wheel low, 4-wheel high, and you also have 2-wheel high. Sliding this back right here reveals a little bit more storage space down in there, as well as a USB-A port, as well as a USB-C port. Little bit more storage space right here, or if you push this button right here, that is where your shift knob will go, just like that. So then you got a little flat workspace right here, so you can set a laptop or something like that. 2 different cup holders right here, a nice nifty little spot to set your phone down when you're driving right here. Let's bring that shift knob back out. And if you put this vehicle in manual, so all you got to do is put it in drive, push this manual button right here, then you can upshift or downshift by these 2 buttons right here. But we'll put her back into park, leave her in park, Pushing this button right here opens up the top of this glove box, so tons and tons of storage space. So if you guys don't know, the theme of this vehicle is tons and tons of storage space. You got this beautiful brushed aluminum trim that goes across the center stack right here. And opening this up, you got more storage space here in your glove box for your owner's manual, napkins, stuff like that. 12-volt outlet right here, as well as your 400-watt outlet right down in there as well. Looking over here, you got tons and tons of storage space, just like the door panel here on the driver's side. But opening this up, more storage space down in there, and you got your little divider right here to set your coins in or whatever you want to put down in there. But opening this up, you got another USB-A port as well as another USB-C port down here. This center console in here is very, very big and deep. So yeah, plenty of storage space. This F-150 has plenty of storage space. But opening this up, you do have your lights on either side. So on an XLT, you will not get these lights. Just something to keep in mind if you're cross shopping this with an F-150 XLT. But let's move into those rear seats real quick. Show you guys what's going on back here. Door panel, same material at the front of the door panel. It's got that beautiful little pattern on it, but it's not leather. It's some like soft touch material, but it looks very, very good matched to this wood trim right here. You got a cup holder right here. Like I said, you do not have automatic up or down windows in the back, and I actually do have it locked from when I was demonstrating that in the front. But you got this really nice padded leather armrest right here with that accent colored stitching right there. Another little place to set your phone down in there. You got a cup holder here and just tons more storage space down here at the bottom of the door panel in this rear seat. Same as exact as what it would be like on that side as well. But stepping in and sitting in these seats are very, very comfortable. And you also have a little grab handle right here to step in if you so desire. Got your lights right up here, a little hook for your suit. And yeah, these seats, like I said, are very, very comfortable. I got tons and tons of leg room right here as well as knee room, and I'm adjusted behind myself. I'm 5'9", so I'm definitely not the tallest person. However, all F-150 Super Cruise have so much leg room, so I think even if you have a 6'3" person in the front seat, you're not gonna have to worry about leg room here in the rear. But you have this center fold down armrest right here with 2 cup holders in that, and you have your armrest as you can see right here, and it's just super, super comfortable. Very nice and padded. Really nice materials used, so definitely very, very comfortable here in the F-150. But looking over here, you got your 2 cup holders and a nice little spot to set your phone down if you don't want it in your pocket. Got your HVAC vents down there as well as a 12-volt outlet right there. Opening this up, you have another USB-A port and another USB-C port right there, and you have another 400-watt outlet right here at the rear, so you can use your wall charger just like that. But seat back pockets both behind the driver and the passenger seat right there. And one thing I did want to show you guys kind of back here before we move into the front seat is how these headrests are adjustable. So all you got to do is push down just like that and it goes back into its 90-degree position. But if you push it forward just like that, makes it just easier on a long road trip just to set your head back and just to have a nice little thing that's holding your head, so you don't have to hold your head with your muscles the whole ride. You can set your head on the back of that headrest, and it makes it just a little bit easier on a long road trip. And that's something that I've noticed because my uncle does have an F-150, so his does that same exact thing. It's a really, really nifty feature. Lincolns do that too. So very, very comfortable on a long road trip. But opening this up right here, you can see all the storage space. If you do not have your rear passengers with you, you can see you got tons and tons of space. So if you got a dog, you got tools, whatever you want to put back here, I don't think you're lacking any space by any means. And you got this little divider here, so if you don't want stuff to roll throughout the rear back here, you can set that stuff right here, and this little divider here will contain that stuff to that little space right there. But to bring the seats down, pull up on this strap right here and the seats will fold down just like that. Don't want to have my backpack fall, but yeah, that's what's going on here in those rear seats. So we've talked about the exterior, we've talked about the performance, now we've talked about the interior. So I want to see what this thing's like to drive, so I will see you guys in the driver's seat. All right guys, now let's get on to the driving portion of the review. Like I said, all you got to do is have your key fob in your pocket and push that start button right there and make sure you have your foot on the brake. Vehicle will fire up. Let's put her into drive right there, and let's set off on the driving portion of the review. Like I said, when we were doing the performance part of the review, this particular truck does have the 2.7 liter EcoBoost V6 with 325 horsepower and 400 foot-pounds of torque. And unless you're doing like a lot of towing or stuff like that, I really don't think that you need the 3.5 liter V6. And for those of you guys who want to get the 5 liter V8, I'm sure you guys are buying that because you think that the EcoBoosts have issues, or you don't want to deal with the turbos, or you just think the 5 liter is a bulletproof motor and you just want to get it for the sound, which I completely understand. The 5 liter definitely sounds way better than this 2.7 liter V6 or the 3.5 liter V6. It is no comparison. 5 liter sounds way better. But like I said, if you guys are looking at the 2.7 liter EcoBoost V6, or you're looking at the 3.5 liter EcoBoost V6, and I'm excluding the power boost because I'm just comparing the two EcoBoost motors right now, and the power boost obviously is basically the same thing as the 3.5 liter EcoBoost because that's the motor that it utilizes. However, if you guys are not doing a lot of towing and you're just kind of driving this thing around day to day, and yes, you do tow maybe 1 to 2 times per year, a 5,000 pound trailer, you got a boat or something like that, or you got side by side stuff like that, and they're like kind of like a lighter load and you're not going too far, I personally think the 2.7 liter EcoBoost would be the motor to get. Reason being is that it is cheaper than the 3.5 liter V6. I believe that it is standard on the Lariat, and it's a fantastic motor. I found myself thinking that this thing is very, very powerful, especially this thing being the standard motor. I'm very, very impressed with it. I have not felt like it needs any more power than it has. And yeah, I mean, I've driven the 3.5 liter V6 EcoBoost, and man, this thing is just super torquey. I definitely don't feel like it needs any more power, and I'm in normal mode. So yeah, this thing is very, very powerful. And like I said, if you guys are not towing too often, then I think the 2.7 liter EcoBoost personally is the motor to get if you don't want to spend the extra $2,000 to $3,000 for the 3.5 liter EcoBoost V6, or the $3,500 to $4,000 price tag for the power boost. I really don't think that if you guys, unless you guys are really into power and you really want the warranty with all that horsepower and torque, then I really, like I said, don't think that you need to spring for that 3.5 liter V6. This thing's got plenty of kick to it. But this thing just rides very, very smooth. Braking capabilities are fantastic. It's got plenty of brakes. Definitely nothing to worry about with the brakes, and that's really nice because on some trucks you have to put your foot pretty far into the brake pedal in order to get it to slow down or to stop. And I think the reason being that this thing is pretty easy to brake is because it does have that aluminum body, which does save quite a bit of weight compared to a truck with a steel body. So yeah, like I said, you really don't have to put your foot that far into the brake pedal in order to get it to stop. But let's do a little acceleration test right here. Nothing crazy, but yeah, here we go. We are on a downhill. Just plenty of get up and go with that 2.7 liter V6. Like I said, it's very, very powerful, and I personally am a horsepower guy, horsepower nut, you could say, where I just want more and more horsepower. But like I said, on a daily driver, if you're not towing too much, I'm gonna say it again, 2.7 liter is plenty of power. But yeah, this thing riding at 65 miles an hour is just silky smooth. Listen, very well insulated from what's going on outside. Like I said, this is the Lariat, so you do expect it to be a very nice riding and very nice, just premium feeling truck, and that's exactly what it is. It's just the way that it handles, the way that it brakes, the way that it accelerates is fantastic. Definitely a big fan of this truck. We'll go around this turn, and it just handles so well. Like, there's very, very minimal body roll, which is pretty surprising considering that this truck isn't small. Obviously it's not the biggest truck either. It's not like a 2500, but these new trucks, man, if you're looking at like 2500 series trucks, 3500 series trucks, or even a 1500 series truck like what we're in right now, they all handle very, very well compared to what it used to be back in the early 2000s or 1990s. So yeah, this thing is just fantastic all around. It's a great daily driver. Very, very comfortable. Like, I find myself being super, super comfortable here in this driver's seat. And like I said, in pretty much all the videos that I make with Ford trucks, they make some of the most comfortable seats for vehicles. And that's just something that I've noticed between driving like F350s, F250s, and here in this F150, or just any Ford product in general. They're just very, very comfortable trucks to ride in. And when I'm talking about comfortability, I'm talking about the ride is very, very comfortable, and I'm talking about the seats in and of themselves are very, very comfortable. They got very soft leather, and it feels like I'm sitting on like memory foam or something like that. So yeah, very, very comfortable truck to sit in, very, very comfortable truck to ride in. It doesn't take too much effort to turn the steering wheel, which is nice as well. I believe this is an electronic steering rack, so it just makes it super, super easy to turn the truck. As you can see, all you got to do is really have one finger on the wheel, and you can steer this truck super, super easily. So yeah, like if you guys are looking at getting one of these F-150s, I would definitely go out and test drive one. You know, the XLT is honestly probably the best bang for your buck, because you can get those new LED daytime running lights as well as LED headlamps on the XLT. So if you guys don't really care about having leather, I think the XLT is the value package to get. Yes, you don't get this 12-inch digital screen in the F-150. You do get analog speedometer as well as an analog RPM gauge, but you do have a nice little screen there in the middle on the XLT. So yeah, like I said, if you guys are looking at getting this F-150 Lariat, go out and test drive one, and I think you guys will see what I'm talking about when it comes to power, when it comes to handling, when it comes to braking. This thing's just a really overall very good feeling and driving truck. So yeah, like I said, if you guys are interested in this particular F-150 Lariat, I'll have Jesus's information in the description box down below for you guys to hit him up. One more thing that I did want to mention is that is the MSRP of this particular truck. This is not a loaded out Lariat. So the MSRP of this particular truck is $53,760, which is a bang for your buck in today's money, especially for what you get. That beautiful 12-inch screen, you get that beautiful Sync 4 screen. Yes, you do not have a 360-degree view camera or forward-facing sensors or a forward-facing camera. However, I don't think you really need all those features to have a very comfortable daily driver. I mean, this thing's pretty easy to park. You got your pretty big side view mirrors on both sides. You got your reverse camera. So yeah, it's just super easy to park, super easy to drive, and I'm definitely a big fan of the truck. But if you guys enjoyed today's video, guys, please give this video a big thumbs up. Please hit that subscribe button. I'm really gunning for 10,000 subscribers, and I cannot do that without your guys' help. Another thing I wanted to say is, if you guys take a look back at my other videos, you can see that they're like 30 to 35 minutes long. And this year I'm trying to shorten my videos. So if you guys would leave some feedback in the comment section down below, let me know, would you guys want to see the more in-depth reviews like I was doing last year? Or do you guys just want a 15 to 20 minute video? It'll still be somewhat in-depth, but it's definitely not going to be as in-depth, going over all the options that you can get on the different trucks and stuff like that. But yeah, leave me some feedback in the comment section down below. Let me know what you guys want, and I will cater to you guys, because you guys are the reason that I'm making these videos, and you guys are the reason that I'm at where I'm at with my YouTube channel. I'm very thankful for all my 1,500 subscribers, so thank you to each and every one of you. I greatly appreciate it. And yeah, with that said, I will see you guys in the next review. Peace.